All right, boys and girls, suit up and grab your riot gear, because we need to talk about the biggest cliffhanger since that time Homelander almost smiled like a normal human being. Yep, I'm talking about SoliderBoy.
If taking is uncool, I'm the most uncool motherfucker on the planet.
Is the star-spangled psycho making a comeback, or has he sung his last twisted lullaby? In today's video, we're going to break down everything we know, speculate wildly, and dive into the dark, twisted world of the boys. So stick around, because this one's going to be nuclear.
Fab Five Freddy told me everybody's fly. DJ's spinning, I said my.
Let's rewind and take a quick look at how we got here. SoliderBoy was introduced as the original superhero, the very first Supe, a relic of Vort's twisted legacy. The guy's basically a walking history lesson, if history was written by a drunken frat bro with a penchant for violence. From his days leading payback to his retirement in a Russian cryotube, SoliderBoy's journey has been anything but ordinary. But what really made SoliderBoy stand out?
You look so young.
You don't.
Was the twist. Turns out he's Homelander's daddy. Yeah, let that sink in for a second. The original Vought poster boy is the father of the current Vought poster boy. Talk about family drama. The tension between these two was palpable, culminating in a showdown that had us all on the edge of our seats. But just when we thought SoliderBoy was going to light up Homelander and his son Ryan with his nuclear chest beam, he got knocked out, subdued, and put back on ice. Classic cliffhanger, right? Now, let's get into the juicy stuff, theories, because let's be honest, SoliderBoy is way too interesting a character to just leave on ice indefinitely. First up, there's the obvious possibility. SoliderBoy gets thawed out by someone. Maybe Butcher, maybe Vought, maybe even a new player we haven't met yet. After all, in a world where heads explode and whales get impaled by speedboats, anything is possible. One theory that's been gaining traction is that SoliderBoy might be the key to taking down Homelander. Remember, he's one of the few characters who can actually go toe-to-toe with him. Plus, he's got that explosive power that can neutralize other Supes. If Homelander starts going even more off the rails, which, let's be honest, he will, Vought or even Butcher might see SoliderBoy as the ultimate weapon to bring him down. It's a classic the enemy of my enemy is my friend scenario. But here's another angle. What if SoliderBoy isn't brought back as a weapon, but as a wild card? This show loves throwing curveballs, and a vengeful, unhinged SoliderBoy running loose could create chaos on a whole new level. Imagine him going rogue, taking on not just Homelander, but also Butcher, Vought, and anyone else who gets in his way. We're talking about a potential three-way war with SoliderBoy, Homelander, and Butcher all going at it. That's a season finale right there. Let's shift gears for a second and talk about Vought. This shady corporation always has a few tricks up its sleeve, and they're the ones who have SoliderBoy on ice right now. What's their game plan? Could they be holding on to him as a contingency plan, just in case Homelander becomes too much to handle? Or are they planning something even more sinister? There's also the possibility that Vought isn't in control of SoliderBoy's fate at all. What if another faction gets their hands on him? Maybe a group like the Church of the Collective, or even a splinter cell within Vought that's tired of Homelander's antics. In a world as twisted as this, the possibilities are endless. And let's not forget, there's still a lot we don't know about SoliderBoy's past. His time in Russia, his relationship with other members of Payback, and those mysterious experiments that were done on him. What if his return isn't just about the present, but also about uncovering dark secrets from the past, secrets that could shake the very foundation of Vought's empire? Now, let's dive deeper into what makes SoliderBoy such a fascinating character. On the surface, he's this warped version of Captain America, patriotic, powerful, and utterly psychotic. But beneath that, there's a lot more going on. He's a product of a different era, someone who was built up to be a hero, but was ultimately used and discarded by the very people who created him. His relationship with Homelander adds another layer to this. It's not just about power, it's about legacy, fatherhood, and the twisted idea of what it means to be a hero in this world. SoliderBoy's disdain for Homelander isn't just because they're on opposite sides. It's because Homelander represents everything wrong with the current generation of supes. Entitled, out of control, and lacking the discipline that Soldier Boy believes he represents. But here's the kicker. Soldier Boy isn't exactly a paragon of virtue himself. He's violent, misogynistic, and more than a little unhinged. Yet, in a show filled with morally great characters, he somehow manages to stand out as one of the most complex. His return could force other characters, especially Butcher and Homelander, to confront their own beliefs and methods. It could even lead to some unlikely alliances or betrayals that could change the course of the series. All right, we've talked about what might happen, but let's get into some specific fan theories that are making the rounds. One popular theory is that Soldier Boy might actually team up with Butcher, not out of any shared sense of justice, but out of sheer hatred for Homelander. Think about it. They both have a vendetta against him, and in this show, that's enough to make you best buds, at least temporarily. Another theory is that Soldier Boy could become a major antagonist for the next season. Sure, Homelander is still the big bad, but what if Soldier Boy returns with a personal vendetta against everyone who betrayed him? He could end up being a wild card that disrupts everything, fighting against Vought, the boys, and even the Seven. His presence alone could shift the balance of power in unpredictable ways. And then there's the wild card theory. What if Soldier Boy isn't just coming back as he was? What if those Russian experiments did more than just put him on ice? Could we see an even more powerful, even more deranged version of Soldier Boy? One that's been twisted by years of experimentation and imprisonment. If that's the case, then everyone, Homelander included, should be very, very worried. At the end of the day, whether Soldier Boy returns as a hero, a villain, or something in between, one thing is clear. His story is far from over. The Boys has always been about pushing boundaries, and bringing Soldier Boy back would be the perfect way to keep us all guessing. Will he be the key to taking down Homelander? Will he go rogue and create even more chaos? Or will he become a tragic figure, caught between his past and the brutal present? Whatever happens, you can bet it's going to be explosive, literally and figuratively. And hey, before you go, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of the madness that's sure to come. Until next time,